Hi, this is for all the atheists out there who keep attacking and criticizing and even giving some dire condemnations of religious people. Straighten up your philosophy and stop having a double standard. You guys are showing a lot of hypocrisy. You have the guts to say, we are so tolerant to this, we are so loving of homosexuals, we are this, we're that, blah, 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 blah. But when somebody comes and expresses religious beliefs, you have the most severe words and the most severe condemnation to them. Are you or are you not tolerant? Stop talking about tolerance if you're going to have such a narrow mind about religious people. Make up your mind. You are acting worse than what you claim religious people are by showing your extreme intolerance. In it, you are showing fanaticism. Now, that point in case, let's get some facts straight. Some of you use the role of certain so-called religious people in history as an excuse to attack religion. Well, you got your facts wrong right there. Unfortunately, it is true, there were the Crusades. That's an unfortunate truth. It is also an unfortunate truth that so many so-called Christians are also anti-Semites. That is unfortunately also true. But we need to learn to differentiate between true religiosity and fanaticism. True religiosity is like that was shown by Mother Teresa of Calcutta, who left her home in England, where she was pretty well off, to serve the poorest of the poor in India. True religiosity is what led Father Maximilian Kolbe put down his life in the concentration camps just to help a Jewish man who go back to his family, who unfortunately was at the same time at the concentration camp. True religiosity is what is leading so many religious institutions in helping children out, like Children's Fund and etc. The historical issues that which you pointed out, such as Inquisition, the Crusades, all that was not led by religious people. That was led by fanatics. Religion does not lead to crimes against humanity. Fanaticism does. And it goes both ways, not just by fanatics who use religion. You atheists also share the fault in that fanatism. The very fanatism you use when you're attacking us religious people. Let me cite a few examples. And these examples are all more current than the examples you use. We have, for example, Mao Zedong of China, an communist atheist who persecuted a lot of Christians. Up to now, the Bishop of China, the Catholic Bishop of China, is living in Los Angeles in exile because of the fanatism of atheist communists, and they have him sentenced to death. Another example, Lenin and Stalin, two communist leaders of Russia. Their fanatism, they had so many people and still have so many people being killed off in Russia. We also have the Pol Pot of Cambodia. Within Los Angeles County, we have a lot of Cambodian immigrants who came here fleeing the cruel regime of atheist Pol Pot, the communists who led Cambodia in the 80s and part of the 90s, I believe. These are examples of how atheism is also contributing to crimes against humanity. Stop putting all the blame on religion. I have yet to see an atheist who does the service to humanity to the degree in which Mother Teresa, a religious lady, has done. Now, as far as religion versus science, It is another gross myth that you atheists promote, showing your ignorance of history, your fanaticism, and facts I need to straighten out. Science and religion do not go their separate ways. The true founders of science have all been religious men. Newton, for example, who came up with his theories of relativity, was also very strong spiritualist. He was into esoteric thinking. And I'm not talking as esoteric as hidden knowledge. I'm talking about esoteric as in metaphysical, kind of like occult practices. As a matter of fact, it was his metaphysical and esoteric search that led him to his scientific discoveries in the theories of relativity. Copernicus, who was the first one to come up with a heliocentric view of the solar system, in other words, a view that the Earth revolves around the sun, he was a Roman Catholic priest. It was not Galileo who was the first one to discover it. He was actually a Roman Catholic priest. True, he went by the pseudonyms because unfortunately it is admitted that the Catholic Church at that time was indeed led by a fanatical pope. But that does not mean religion itself is fanatical all of the time. Another example is Gregor Mendel, another Roman Catholic priest who is the father of genetics. These are examples of how true religious people have also been true scientists. As for Darwin, I question his scientific validity. And if any of you atheists out there want to support Darwin's lies and myths as scientific, I will tell you this right here, right now. There is no scientific establishment for Darwinism or any form of evolutionism. At least there is no more there of it than all these other sciences such as intelligent design, which you contradict. You're all basing yourself to mere observations that are no better than the observation done by astrologists and the observation done by primitive people with their ridiculous claim of the sun revolving around the earth and the world being flat. You're looking at one area and you're giving it your interpretation based on your experience, which is not truly scientific. I am willing to challenge any atheist out there who responds to this video. Propose to me your reasons why you believe evolution is scientific. I'll respond you the same. Well, let's skip it. Science to science. We'll see who is more scientific. Evolution or intelligent design. Evolution really is based on racism more than anything else. But I will not go more into it, so I will not accuse of a straw man the way many ignorant evolutionists do. Oh, we're being attacked by a straw man. They're using straw man against us. What about the other straw man you use in criticizing religious people and intelligent design, which as a matter of fact has more scientific standing than evolution? You want a challenge? Let's go for it. But we're going to stick to it without straw man. We're going to stick to it through two scientific bases, and we're going to eliminate scientific dogma, so-called scientific dogma, which is all evolution really is, dogma. Schools have avoided this debate because they know evolution has no scientific standing. It takes one person who knows how to think critically to destroy all the scientific tenets. That is the reason why many of you fanatics are fighting against intelligent design in the schools, because you know your idea cannot stand. Why are you so afraid of the schools teaching intelligent design? Are you afraid that your theory does not stand up to true scientific principles? The only reason why you guys would be trying to fight against intelligent design in schools is because you are afraid. And you're afraid because you know Darwinism and evolution is a whole bunch of hogwash that will never ever stand to the true light of science.